We are now a three-sided marketplace. So we have our creator platform where creators create content, they share it on their LTKs. We have a brand side of our platform where we have over millions of brands that are commissionable. We're running campaigns on behalf of those brands. And we also have the consumer side. So we have over 40 million monthly consumers who are coming to LTK.
Hi, welcome back to the Med Creator 101 podcast, the go-to podcast for HCPs on all things social. I'm Mimi Banks, founder of MB Social, and I'm here with my co-host, Dr. Dustin Portella, dermatologist and Med Creator. Joining us in today's episode, we have my friend Reesa Lake, who is head of creator agency partnerships at LTK. Reesa helps top talent agencies and creators thrive on the platform and beyond. She's a veteran of the influencer economy, having transformed social media talent into million-dollar brands and worked with creators like Ariel Sharnas and Camila Coelho. Her work has been featured in Forbes, Business Insider, WWD, and more. She's spoken at industry events like South by Southwest, Adweek, and Create and Cultivate. Thank you so much for joining us, Reesa.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me. I'm so excited about this conversation. Thank you.
Same. I think LTK is such an exciting platform, and I can't wait to talk about it. But first, we'd like to get to know our guests personally before we talk business. Are you open to answering a few questions?
I'm ready. Fire.
Okay, great. Sourdough or rye?
Oh my gosh, I'm sourdough all day long. My husband picked up baking during COVID and has perfected his craft. He runs Lake's Loaves, and many people want to purchase his loaves, but now it's just like his gift of love. But I'm lucky to have a baker in the house. Sourdough all day long.
Dustin, are you a sourdough person?
I like them both. It kind of depends. Probably more sourdough, but I love a good patty melt, and putting that on the rye bread is just delicious. So,
you know, I knew about Reese's husband. I'm not going to lie. So that's kind of so that's why I asked. But I'm actually a rye person. Yeah, I know. I'm actually a rye person.
Every once in a while, he'll put some extra rye seeds in it and play with the flavors. He can be a little exploratory when it comes to his loaves.
Oh, like Taylor Swift? She gave sourdough a whole moment on the podcast.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, I missed it. No.
So on the Heights podcast, when she was interviewed by the Kelsey brothers, she talked extensively about her love for sourdough and how she's making it and all of the different flavors.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I missed that one. I'll have to go tune in.
Dustin, did you watch it?
I didn't watch it, but I have heard it is now like the most watched podcast episode in history.
I actually watched it on YouTube, and it was at 17 million views when I watched it.
That's insane. I mean, she's got a power.
It's uncanny, and I'm convinced. All of a sudden, I don't know if I'm a Swiftie, but I just was blown away by her by listening to it. So if you have time, commute, whatever, it's a good use of 2 hours.
After this episode, which we won't take 2 hours of your time.
Obviously. All right, next one. Another one that I think I know, but I'm not sure. Airplane or boat?
Oh, airplane. I mean, I got to get my Delta Sky Miles, keep my diamond status. I mean, preferably the front of the plane, but airplanes all days. Boats are just like, there's too much upkeep and things you have to do once you get off the boat. Although I am planning a boat trip to Croatia next year.
Ooh.
So come next summer, I will be boat all day long.
All right, so we'll have to revisit that. Dustin, are you the same?
Yeah, I never have any desire to have a boat. Just the upkeep, the maintenance, it's a lot.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. Summer or winter?
Summer. I'm a Florida girl. I grew up in the sun, although now I am so religious about my sunscreen and trying to fight all of that melasma and that deep-rooted skin damage from when I was a child. But I'm a summer girl. I love the warmth. I'm not looking forward to the cold in Connecticut.
And that was the appropriate response for the Med Creator podcast. Dustin approves.
Wear your sunscreen, girl.
Wear your sunscreen. What about this one? Your first social platform, MySpace, Friendster, what were you on?
MySpace. It's kind of frightening that then once you forget your password and you can't log back in to change any of those photos. So I don't even know what is still out there in the world, but it was MySpace and then Facebook and then obviously Instagram. I'm not a big TikToker. I personally do not TikTok, and I'm not a big TikTok consumer of content. I'm an Instagram girl.
Dustin?
Yeah, I was on MySpace long ago. I remember reorganizing the top 8 and like plugging in the HTML code to get different things to appear on your page.
Oh, wow. I was on Friendster even before.
Yeah, I never was on Friendster.
I was on Friendster and on MySpace. I remember I was friends with Nick Lachey somehow.
Oh,
I was an
okay.
early adopter and like fanning people on social media. A small claim to fame. Okay, so let's jump into LTK. Thank you for playing along and sharing.
Thank you. I love a little like trivia.
Totally get to know Reesa. LTK has really transformed how creators monetize and connect with brands, and it's just gone way beyond affiliate links. Can you walk us through how LTK works for creators and specifically in beauty and wellness?
Yeah, of course. So we're a 14-year-old company. We were founded by a creator for creators. So Amber Ben's Box launched at the time it was reward style back when she had a blog and she was trying to figure out a way to make more money from her blog versus the way she was able to sell at her retail store. And her and her boyfriend, now husband at the time, Baxter, had this crazy idea to launch a platform to help their creator friends make money. So she called up some of the OG fashion bloggers at the time, and it was a way for creators to make money on their blogs. Fast forward, we are now a three-sided marketplace. So we have our creator platform where creators create content, they share it on their LTKs. We have a brand side of our platform where we have over millions of brands that are commissionable. We're running campaigns on behalf of those brands. And we also have the consumer side. So we have over 40 million monthly consumers who are coming to LTK.
Wow.
40 million monthly. Yeah, it's a substantial amount of consumers that are coming back to not only discover new creators, to engage with existing creators, shop from creators, be inspired by creators. So all of the things that we're building are solutions for each one of those partners. So everything that we build is to make creators' lives easier for them to upload content to LTK, to build robust video content on LTK, tag all of the favorite products they like or not tag them. You don't have to tag products these days. And then the ability for them to reach new consumers, engage with their existing consumers, all within one platform.
Wow, that's really incredible. So I want to go back to about the tools and the features. You're talking about how easy it is to use. Can you just again walk through what that is? Do they have their own shoppable shop? Does it streamline content?
Yeah, it's much more than a shop for us. I think that we're starting to see that a lot of different partners are launching these different storefronts. And I feel like there's going to be a fatigue of consumers having to go to X brand storefront and Y brand storefront and go to this storefront. It's like, as consumers, we want to be able to go to one destination to catch up with all of our favorite creators. And that's all of the content, all of their favorite items in one place. So within the creator app, it is extremely easy to create and post content. So you log into the creator app once you're accepted and you hit upload, and you can upload a photo or you can upload a video. We have seen a big transition from still content to video content within LTK. And then within that post, you can edit the post. So you can add text overlays, you can add music, and then you can go in and you can tag whatever brands are featured within that post. So whether it is going to a brand direct's website, or maybe you're wanting to link out to a beauty brand that's on Sephora or Ulta, you're able to see what are the different options of where to link out to that specific product. So I don't know, maybe you're wanting to link out to a SkinCeuticals product and there's, multiple different places that you can tag that product. You're going to look at different commission rates and maybe decide where you're actually tagging that product. And then once you hit publish on that post, that's going to your LTK. And within your LTK, you're able to kind of merchandise your LTK. You can create collections. You can add them to product sets. And then what's really beautiful about what we do on behalf of that post is that we're pushing it out to new audiences. So if it's a video post, it's going to show up in our video tab, which now you're going to reach new audiences. If that item happens to go on sale, LTK on behalf of that post is going to send a price drop notification to the audience. We're also going to do price abandonment. I'm sorry, cart abandonment. Yeah. So that we're able to help increase just like conversions on your shop, but also keep your audience coming back to your LTK. So it's the perfect way to build new audiences, cultivate the existing audience. And what's also, I think really important for creators to know about LTK is that we are algorithm agnostic. There is an algorithm within the video feed, but your home feed is sacred. So you are always going to be able to reach your audience that you have on LTK. And we have many creators on LTK who have more followers in LTK than they even do on social media. So it's a great way to build and engage audiences. And I even think on, someone who may be in the office and maybe performing procedures all day long, or people that fit within the med space, they have a lot of other passions that may not make sense for their social media feed that may be more clinical. So LTK is also that option where you can build out more of a story about who you are. So maybe that individual, loves style, or they love cooking, or they love home. LTK is a place where they can also expand into those other interests and not feel like they're disrupting their Instagram feed or TikTok feed that might feel more clinical.
And that's quite an evolution. I mean, it's almost its own social media platform at this point.
I was literally going to say the same thing.
Yeah. I really like the idea of algorithm agnostic, because a transition that's happened in social media is we used to have that home feed was true to what you had subscribed to, but now it's all an interest-based algorithm. And there is no guarantee that if you post something, people that have chosen to follow you will ever see it.
Exactly.
2 to 3% of those people may see your post. And so a follower or a subscriber on many platforms doesn't mean nearly as much as it used to, but that's not the case on LTK.
LTK, it's the most important. I love that you call out the more social nature of LTK, because we're so much more than we started in commerce, and we, have built many, many hundreds of millionaires from LTK. But if we think about the future of content and creators, there has to be an ability for them to build a bigger brand story, and we cannot be reliant on an algorithm to do so. And even looking at what we're building out in terms of features for creators, we just rolled out chat to a small beta amount of creators, which is going to roll out much more widely. We're rolling out features that really help creators be able to engage with their audience in a reachable way, where they know the content they're putting out is reaching that truly, truly loyal audience versus what they're potentially seeing on some other social media platforms.
And who are the kinds of creators that can sign up? Does everybody get accepted? Is there an application process? How does that work?
Yeah, so there is an application process. And I feel like creator is such a vast description of who the individual could be. But we look for somebody who has an engaged audience. They must have a public profile, a minimum of 1,000 followers on a social media platform. And the application process is really easy. You just go into, and I can make sure that I get you the link to this so you can include in the show notes, but you can apply to be a creator. And as long as you're following those 3 engaged content, public profile, and have that follower threshold, we want to create an opportunity for creators at the smallest size to build and grow their brands on LTK. And I think that as we look at expanding and building the solutions that we have for creators, it is really to nurture those smaller, maybe creators, and expanding into other verticals. So we really started with a strong focus on fashion and lifestyle, but then since have moved into beauty and home and decor and design. And we're running a big LTKU campaign right now. We're really just kind of like support the next generation of creator. But what's really interesting, especially when it comes to your audience, is what we do see brands requesting, whether it is medical professionals or derms or estheticians. Like, there is a need for like this expert layer into different opportunities. So that's been exciting to see on LTK as well.
And if a creator wanted to start, so maybe in the next generation, a resident, for example, they wanted to join, how do you start building the community? Because it's a new platform, like Dustin says, you're building a social community. Maybe it's based on followers. I like the fact that you show the content to other people, but how do you start recruiting people to come actually see you're there?
Using your other social media platforms. And I feel like link in bio is a really great pass-through opportunity. I think that as consumers are looking for other ways to engage with creators, like they're going to that link in bio to say, okay, where might I be able to find more content on you? What other platforms are you on? Being able, the same way that if you were to launch another social media platform, you're going to announce it across your other social media platforms. And then I'd say within LTK is just the consistency. We say try it for 30 days, like post every day for 30 days. Most likely you are creating that content across other social media platforms. So it's easy to actually even upload directly from social. So within the creator app, you can link your Instagram. You can pull directly from your Instagram stories. So
Oh, great.
there's a great way to easily get content into LTK.
So that's actually a good note or hack for those of you who want to join LTK. It's not another step. You can actually link your existing social or content.
Exactly. And you can also, like, you could start the post in LTK and then share that out across the other social platforms with the link that goes directly back to the LTK.
Oh, that's amazing.
And we have auto follow. So once somebody clicks through that link and they come into LTK, you're automatically going to get that new follower. And a lot of what we're building and what we're doing on the product side is when new people join LTK, how are we serving them up new creators, influencers, talent that they should follow based on whether it is niche or based on other creators that they follow. So helping creators get more followers, build that following within the app. But there's other efficiencies that we have. We have like bulk uploads, so you could do multiple posts at once. You can schedule posts. So there's a lot of efficiency hacks that we have.
I think that's really good. And it made me think of a couple of follow-up questions. Obviously, all of these social media platforms, one of the most prized metrics is total time on platform. And the platforms really work hard to keep people on Instagram or on YouTube. I wonder how big of a challenge it is to reduce that friction to get somebody off of Instagram onto LTK to become a consumer there. And it sounds like you've got a lot of tools in place to make it easy for creators. What does the consumer journey look like? If they're on Instagram, they see a creator, I like that thing, I want to go and potentially buy it. What does the consumer journey look like?
Yeah. So there's 3 different paths for a consumer journey. There's one path if a consumer has the app, it's going to automatically open up that app. You're going to land on that creator's LTK and then scroll, engage, shop from that shop. If the consumer does not have an LTK, it will take you through a web flow. So you can still do those same actions, but in a logged out state. The creator is not going to get the benefit of that consumer's like follow up interactions. Or the third one is we also have direct links. So creator could just use a direct link that's going to a retailer. That consumer clicks that link. They go directly to, I don't know, Sephora.com and they make that purchase. And then the creator is making commission off of that purchase. And while there may be a short-term gain in that quick transaction, there's less value for a creator in those pass-through moments to retailers because one, the creator is then losing that shopper because now that retailer is going to take and retarget that shopper. They own that shopper. They're adding them to the newsletters versus that shopper then going into the creator's LTK where then we're going to retarget on behalf of the creator. So I think for creators who are thinking about the long game and like the longevity of their business, really thinking holistically of like, how long is this link going to last? What are the cookie windows? How is this post going to earn beyond the 24 hours? And we even see, a big increase in sales beyond that 24 hours on LTK. So that same link that you would have pushed out to Sephora that you're losing in 24 hours and not seeing another dollar from LTK, a week later, 2 weeks later, a year later, if somebody goes in and discovers that and purchases it, the creator's still winning.
That's wonderful. And the advantage, I think, of creating a community on LTK is that the audience there is probably going to be a much more warm audience. They're on a consumer shopping platform. So when they're on there, they are much more inclined to make a purchase versus if you're only posting your content on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, that's a cold audience. And every creator that wants to link something to purchase has received those comments or DMs like, oh, you're a sellout. You're just trying to sell me something. But that's not the case. Obviously, we know what we're doing when we're posting that. We're not trying to sell out. But when you're speaking to a cold audience versus a warm audience, the results are going to be very different.
Yeah. It's interesting too, because we'll even see, I don't know, you'll see a creator do a post on a social media platform and you'll see all of the comments being like, where'd you get it from? Where'd you get it from? And then the other audience is like, girl, she told you it's on her LTK. Go to her LTK. She already told you go to the LTK. So there is this just, I think even from being around 14 years in the business, the brand equity that we have, there's a familiarity and trust with LTK that consumers have. And they know the creators. And also, like the creators are real. I mean, we do not onboard AI generated influencers to LTK. We strongly believe that a creator's like brand identity and who they are is one of the most valuable things that they have in building trust with their audience. And if we strip away that person being an individual, that's even more challenging. That's a whole other topic. But, there's a lot of trust that's built with the creator on LTK.
Yeah. And a last question that I have just to keep on this topic is, when somebody purchases through a creator's LTK, does the creator share the ownership of that information? Can they take that person's email address and market to them through their own email list, or is that hidden from the creator?
Right now, we do not share due to privacy, but what we did launch this year is consumer profiles. So last year, every consumer was, I'd be shopper 987654321, and now I'm Reesa Lake. So we are building out shopper profiles. So you, Dustin, you know that it was Reesa Lake and it was Mimi Banks that all commented and then engaged with your content. You don't know that we were the ones making those purchases, but there are things that we're doing to try and build out more ways for you to truly reach that audience that are coming out later this year.
Sounds like you're a step ahead of a lot of the other platforms, because I do participate in many different affiliate programs and I get no information on who the consumer is and how I can better serve them. And if I understood the profile, at least the profile of the person shopping, that would be helpful. But especially if somebody's going to an Amazon affiliate link, there is no follow through possible with that consumer.
Do you get any kind of analytics or any kind of data on who? I mean, at least you could see Dustin, or maybe is there like a dashboard or something that you can recap like what sold or what people are most interested in?
Yeah, so we have a very rich analytics dashboard that creators have access to, and it's based more on the clicks, the purchases, the sales of the items, not necessarily who the person is that purchased it. But we believe that data is power and it can really help influencers make really informed decisions about whether it's a price category that resonates really well with their audience or a category, or maybe they even want to move into launching their own products. And LTK is a great way to see what is resonating with that audience, category, price point, area of interest. So it's robust analytics, which we provide. We also provide monthly reports that we send to creators, and we're continuing to evolve what that looks like so that we can give as much. We want creators to have as much information as they possibly can to make better business decisions. And we're working on expanding that as well.
You mentioned that you also work with brands. Do now through LTK, do they have new opportunities to partner with brands?
Yeah. So we have many different brand offerings. So we work with brands on paid flat fee campaigns. So that could be a year-long contract with a brand or a retailer where they're tapping a creator through LCK as an ambassador. It could be, they're launching a new product and they're looking for derms or medical professions or people who are like dual creator and another skill or talent to promote a new product. And that could be just more of like a one-off transaction. We have a whole marketplace where creators can go into the marketplace and they can see brands that have posted different opportunities and raise their hand for those opportunities. We also have gifting within the platform.
Oh,
So
wow.
there's a lot of different opportunities to engage with brands within LTK at all different sizes. So it's not only just, the mega large reach creators that are getting these opportunities, especially within the marketplace and within Connect, where there's more, maybe it's a smaller opportunity, or maybe it's a gift in exchange for content, or maybe it's a gift in exchange for no pieces of content and obligation-free gifting, or those pay-to-play opportunities.
So I have two follow-up questions for that. So super interesting. Number one, most of the brand deals would be, I don't want to make assumptions, but to post something on LTK.
And social media.
And social media. Okay, interesting. So the second follow-up is, which I think is interesting, is when working with those brands, there could be up and coming new creators. They don't have an agent. They haven't done brand partnerships. This is the opportunity for your first partnership.
Yes, absolutely. And, we're working on, expanding what these opportunities are for creators. But like you said, Mimi, like some brands are coming in and may not have the budgets to allocate towards, a mega influencer or somebody who has millions of followers and they want to work with more micro creators. There's certainly opportunities like that on LTK. And like our goal is for within the brands that we work with is also to diversify the types of brands. So it's not only the blue chip brands, it is the DTC brands, it is smaller brands. And in a previous world, you could only come to us and run optimized campaigns. But now with all of these other offerings, I explained, it's kind of like a choose your own for brands, and they don't have to be investing massive budgets. And it could be an opportunity to play matchmaker between maybe a brand who's just getting their feet wet and a creator who's just growing.
And also the marketplace really gives that opportunity to like new creators. Dustin and I are always talking about new creators and how they build their profiles, where they have opportunities, when to get an agent, when to have a media kit. But this sounds like a great way to dip your feet into something and to get that exposure.
Yeah. And we also, even within LTK, there's a brand profile. So it's great for creators to actually see what brands are seeing on their behalf. And that's kind of another thing for new creators when they're launching their LTK to really also think through is like, it's almost like a brand resume. So if you really want to do a home partnership and you look at your LTK and there's no home content and all you're posting is travel content, like start posting about home content so that when Wayfair or when, I don't know, Brooklinen or whatever home brand is coming in and looking for a partnership, I mean, it's the same with beauty. If you're posting home, but you really want a beauty partnership, you should be showing beauty videos within your LTK. So merchandising your LTK so it does resonate with different types of opportunities definitely opens you up for unique partnerships.
So this sounds like there's probably a robust search on LTK. So from a user perspective, if they're searching for something, from a brand perspective, from a creator perspective, so it's how do you optimize towards that search so you show up?
Well, AI, obviously, I guess it wouldn't be a podcast without AI coming up, but we have AI search, which really helps brands. We're using our technology and whether that, it's a mix of things. It's looking at the past performance of the creators, how they perform for other brands, competitive brands, the lookalike modeling. So we're using AI to help brands really identify the creators that they should be working with. And then we're just continuing to improve what that search looks like. There's a lot of really, 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 really exciting updates coming from LTK from both the brand's perspective and the creator perspective, which you'll start to see coming later on this year. But it's just going to open up even more opportunities for brands to tap creators on LTK.
So cool.
As somebody who's been on social media and had many brands reach out, like be a part of our affiliate program, be a part of our affiliate program, I can share my frustration that it is a hassle for every brand to have their own affiliate program. And you've got to log into this one and a log into that one. And I've got to connect this one to PayPal and this one directly to my bank. And LTK is much more than an affiliate program. It's a whole creator economy. And that is really where social is moving. You guys are really at the forefront. And I wondered if you could, to the degree that you want to, give us a case study on what creators have been able to do through LTK, whether it's generate revenue, change their life, build a true community. If there's one or two case studies or examples that you'd feel comfortable sharing.
Yeah, I mean, you make such a great point, Dustin, about go to this platform and go to that platform. And I think that what's really unique is that brands are looking for like true creator stories. They want to see a true conversion story. And if you're sending links to all these different places, your ability to tell that true conversion story is fragmented. And on LTK, you're able to then look at one analytics platform, be able to tell one cohesive story about how you convert across all of these different brands, all of these different categories. But for success stories, I mean, we have 200 plus millionaires. So over 200 creators who are making over $1 million in commissions from
Wow.
LTK. So that's not taking into account any of their brand partnerships. That's not taking into account any of like the extensions of launches that they've had now because they have these conversion stories. Like that's truly just commissions that they're earning off of LTK. But there are so many creators that I have seen that have truly leaned into LTK and been able to grow an audience that has surpassed their social media following. And now really that audience is much more valuable on LTK than what they've been able to build on social media. Obviously, they use social media to share life moments and share content, but we've seen LTK following surpass that. And it's incredible to see that people have been able to build and sustain hiring teams of 10 to help manage their business on LTK. So I think of it much more as we're a power player and a power partner for creators, and we're truly agnostic. So it's not like we're just driving them to post about one retailer or one brand because we know that that is the highest commission rate and where LTK is going to earn the most amount of money. We want them to be able to diversify. So the ability for these creators to truly make 7 figures in just commissions, it's impressive.
Amazing.
I keep saying, wow. Just wow. I think that this talk already, people are like, how can I sign up? How can I sign up? So yeah, so how can they sign up? The people that want to sign up, who meet the threshold of having an engaged audience, who have at least 1,000 followers, what do they do?
Yes, we will get you the link. So maybe put in the show notes and they apply. And then we've launched a new exclusive incubator program where we're actually taking creators through a 6-week guided tour of LTK. So everything from like that day one of you sign up and you are accepted to LTK to what do you do next? And this guided experience is going to help them not only like get started, but also have community. So within that incubator, there's live sessions where they get to communicate and engage with other creators that are on the same place in their journey, and then also have coaching moments with live individuals from LTK who are walking them through what are the best practices, what are we advising when it comes to diversification or how are you building your audience? It's a handheld incubator program, which we're really excited about. So we can also make sure that y'all get all of that information as well. And we are already seeing tremendous success of creators who have entered the program compared to the control of those who have not used the program. So a lot of what we build out, and whether that is webinars, we have so many different virtual EDUs that we run on behalf of creators. And then we also do a lot live in market. So earlier this year in April, we hosted a pop-up in LA where we invited all local creators to come and meet each other. So taking that online community and bringing it offline. But we have all the tools to help get you started.
That sounds amazing. We'll have the link to that in the podcast show notes. And for people who maybe just want to learn a little bit more about the platform before they sign up, is it best to go to your website, go check out LTK on Instagram? Where would you direct people to?
Yeah, I would say definitely LTK on Instagram. So LTK HQ and then our creators channel. It's a great way to see more about what we're doing. And then our LTK shop channel where you can see different types of creators on the platform and all of those updates. But yeah, I'd say social media.
Thank you so much for joining us, Reesa. This is an incredible conversation. And my eyes are open, my jaw's on the floor with the potential and like the incredible opportunities that LTK has for creators.
Yeah. And I think what's really exciting about your audience is like there is an opportunity. Like there are brands that are looking to work with individuals and creators who are not creator first. Like they have other skills and talents and experiences that they think would lend really nicely to brand partnerships. So I would say the opportunities are endless. Just start doing it the same way you have to do anything. Just start with that first post.
Very good. And thank you for our audience for joining us on this episode. And we know that through listening to these, you really know that MedCreator 101 is the place to learn how to grow on social media and to make a second career or a side hobby and make it as big as you want, because we're going to keep bringing you the tools and the resources to help you succeed. And of course, everything we do here on the podcast is of no charge to you. So thank you for joining us on this journey as well. Leave us a 5-star review anywhere you listen to podcasts and share this episode with a friend. This is confident going to be one of our most listened to episodes.
Amazing. Well, thank you for having me. Let's make the next millionaire come off of a listener from today.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Let's do it.